A top neurosurgeon at Emory University says many of the therapies used today to treat aggressive brain tumors hardly get into the tumors very well. For that reason, he's researching new ways to treat these tumors, and one method could provide hope for a Phenix City woman. But as we learn in this special report, time may be running out on the research. Russell County District Attorney Ken Davis has been prosecuting the toughest criminals for 3 decades, but no amount of courtroom experience could have prepared him for his current battle. His wife of 47 years, the love of his life, Emily, is fighting brain cancer. They were high school sweethearts who went off to college together.
It's the best thing that ever happened to me, frankly.
Emily worked 3 jobs to put Davis through law school. Twice, she was the #1 sales manager of the Xerox Corporation in the United States. She then began a new career as a real estate broker. Life was good, but in October of 2012, a persistent sinus headache would open the door to an intruder that threatened Emily's life.
And the CAT scan initially showed what they believed to be a sort of a mini stroke. And so they ordered an MRI. And when we had the MRI in Columbus, the diagnosis there was that she had a tumor and that in all likelihood it was a glio type tumor.
A needle biopsy at Emory University in Atlanta confirmed it was malignant. And worse, it was an astrocytoma, a type of malignant brain tumor that belongs to the category of gliomas, very challenging to treat. Dr. Kostas Hadjipanias of Emory University's Winship Cancer Institute, Emily's doctor, is studying new ways to treat these tumors.
Those tumors are just a big challenge to treat because they really are resistant to pretty much every therapy we have.
In January of 2013, Emily underwent a craniotomy in Houston to remove about 80% of the tumor. She also had chemo and radiation, but by late June, her condition was rapidly deteriorating.
She was leaning to one side, which is symptomatic of pressure on the brain. Her movement had slowed down.
Emily underwent a second craniotomy. These types of tumors almost always grow back. Dr. Hadjipanias is experimenting with iron oxide nanoparticles in an animal trial. These nanoparticles make it possible to target those cancer cells because they can be seen on an MRI. That way doctors know the treatment is attacking the bad cells. The first patient for the nanoparticles procedure was a pit bull named Petey with a brain tumor larger than an orange. He lived 2 years seizure-free after the procedure.
I think he had a good quality of life after he had his treatment. His seizures were under control.
But like most gliomas, his tumor returned, and Petey passed away. Dr. Hadjipanias, the lead researcher on the nanoparticles procedure, is hoping to raise the funds to keep the research going. With the help of the University of Georgia, the procedure has been used on 10 dogs. But Hadjipanias is hoping to eventually get approval for a phase 1 human trial using the nanoparticles.
They're very safe. The body metabolizes iron right now. Our red blood cells have iron in them. And it's safe, so we can administer these iron oxide nanoparticles bound to the antibody specific for the cancer cell, kill the cancer cell.
And that gives hope to people like Ken Davis, who prays the research can continue.
We are hopeful that we can raise some funds that will help people who have this condition, that there'll be, there will be a breakthrough, there will be a treatment that shows some real promise.
Emily Davis has around-the-clock care today because she suffered a stroke and some damage from her last craniotomy. But her last MRI showed no tumor growth. Meanwhile, her son has set up a GoFundMe page online to raise funds for research and medical expenses. For a link, visit us online at WRBL.com.